Hello and welcome back to Assertiveness. We are talking about sex before marriage. And just before we went for an ad break, I wanted to, we kind of asserted the situation of whether or not these gentlemen are Christians, raised Christian, right? Yeah. I'd like to assume all black people are literally raised Christian. But then obviously we get to a point where we decide, you know what, actually let me start re-looking at this whole religion thing. And also I think it just gives us an opportunity to explore other religions, you know, and I think, and that's the biggest mistake I always say about black parents, is that they think Christianity is the only way and it's on holy grail and you can't touch it or don't ask questions. But sometimes this whole sex before marriage thing needs to come with an understanding of what marriage is as an institution of whatever it is. And I think that marriage comes from Christians. So do you guys believe in marriage?
Yes.
Okay, so you do believe in 100%. Marriage. All right?
Yeah.
Is there a reason why you believe in marriage? Why can't it just be a partnership? You know, like Oprah and what's that statement? It's a statement.
And Oprah's boyfriend.
Oprah and Oprah's boyfriend. Oprah's partner. Yes.
People with money have like issues. Like they like doing things differently. You know, because of money we are bored. We're not gonna get married. It's a partnership. You understand what I'm saying? But for me, it's gotta. The reason why we can't just be partners. Lenyalo ka Setswana. Ke gore re godisa lelapa ke the family.
Okay.
So like ga go tsa family ya go eno la go it's not just about us anymore.
Yeah.
So I have a bigger family now.
Okay.
You have a bigger family now.
Yeah.
That's why we have to solidify, officialize it. You understand? We can't just be partners. Na hana o pra ga gona a ka tshwara pizza go partner cuz ga ba mo itse.
Oh, okay.
Like
but if I do all those things, introduce, this is my partner, this is the person I'm going to share the rest of my life with, we just don't want the institution of marriage.
But you gotta do it like properly. You can't like I can't pick and choose which part of my culture I want to follow. I just said I'm spiritual with regards to my ancestors. Then we got institution of marriage.
How is marriage a cultural thing?
Besides, you
guys make babies anyway.
I don't have a baby. No, that's what I'm talking about me.
Okay, all right. Talk about yourself. That's what you know.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my story. Like
yeah, and it can only be done through marriage.
Yeah.
In your belief.
And, yeah.
You agree?
Yeah. I also agree. I mean, like, I think there's also like a difference between marriage, the ceremony, and marriage, the commitment.
Yeah, true.
You know, so I think maybe more when it comes to the commitment, I'm 100% for that.
Yeah.
The ceremony, maybe the westernized part of the ceremony, that's where I don't believe, because I just feel like it's probably just a waste of money.
You don't believe in the wedding?
Yeah, like it's just a waste of money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That money could actually go to the families. Like, okay, I don't get home or whatever it is that we can do.
Traditional.
You know what I'm saying? But like. Yeah, traditional wedding for me makes proper sense.
But that's why
no, there's a point where you don't have to spend almost 500,000 just because Mosadu bata tentekana and she wants like class chandeliers and what. But this is just an example, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now you get to a point where then you think, but chalete it's good. Like at the end of the day, I'm going to be in debt. When like you're newly married, you're in debt, 500,000, you're going to have problems in your relationship, in your marriage,
okay.
First off. Now, then, I would rather then say, I'd rather just go cultural. Traditional wedding for me it's inexpensive, it's straight to the point, que familia rona, you know, you don't need unnecessary people there.
But they're both traditional. It's just that, and I'll tell you why I say that.
Yes, it's different tradition though. Now tradition is African. Hey, like now it's say let's just say
the white wedding.
Hey, that's why I was specific by saying the westernized.
Okay.
In the beginning, I was like the westernized wedding. That's
but a traditional wedding in the black culture can still be as expensive. You can still be in debt.
That is my choice.
It's still, yeah, even the white one is your choice.
No, like what I'm saying is it is my choice whether it's going to be expensive or not.
But it can be expensive. So
but in this case, it won't be expensive. Mine won't be expensive.
Okay, but again, now we're talking about everybody else. So it can still put someone in debt.
Maybe.
Not you, but it can put someone in debt.
It can.
So the wedding can put, whether it's white or traditional.
Compared to westernized wedding and
black traditional weddings can cost you a lot of money because you feed everybody. Mangle mangwasha. A white wedding. A white wedding, you must come, ka invite it. And even right now, please don't bring your partner. But in a black traditional wedding, imagine even trying to tell black people not to bring their families. Happy that's a day when I don't have to cook at home. Hojako wedding.
Hey, this is a lot. I
So okay, let's dial it back a little. You were saying you don't necessarily believe in the wedding day, but you believe in marriage.
The commitment of it all.
What changes the commitment? What about signing changes the commitment from a Stedman and Oprah who are living together and they are saying we are committed to each other, and the two other people who sign at Home Affairs and say sesi chatile mina nawe? Because if you look at it in the past, that's why kunomfazi wephepha ngithi, and then kunomfazi wemakhaya bambizayo. They never signed. So in actual fact, the partnership that Oprah and Stedman are living in is almost similar to our customary marriages. Because it was not legal. It was legal in customary law, but you know people fight customary law in this country. Yeah, now. But what I'm saying is, traditionally, some of our parents are not really legally married. But because of customary law kicking in, they are now legally married. So what's the difference between that commitment and a commitment, partnership? And it's the same thing with commitment, because people will say, no, but he's going to marry me. That time this man is cheating on her. He's going to marry me. What's going to change?
It goes back to the same thing.
Cheating.
It just goes back to the same thing Authentic was saying. Okay. Because you could find that, yes, Oprah and her partner have that commitment, but the two families more or less don't even know each other.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then you find commitment where Nna and my wife, who is, well, yes, my wife now, like, yes, babe, let's have the ceremony so that you bring your family, let them meet my family, let them know each other. Let us all actually know that this is the commitment that brings us together. This is the bond. You know, that's for now, that's where the difference comes.
I hear you, but I think we're making an assumption to say that Oprah's family and Stedman's family.
That's why they most probably in that instance they might not.
That's when you become mules, people. Why? And that's why I always want to know why black men believe in this institution of marriage. And we'll hear Lore. Am I saying it right?
Lore Wankaza, you learn quick, girl.
If you believe in the institution of marriage, and I'll come back to why I say black men do a lot of nyols when they get married. Because they have a protect.
It could be said for sisters. It's a question of character, not.
Yes, boy.
It's a person doesn't become good or bad.
Before you get into it, let's talk about whether you believe in marriage or not.
It's not really complicated answers.
You're not that complicated answer.
Not necessarily. I would love to not ever get married.
Okay, what's forcing you to get married?
I have kids, yo. Okay. If me and you have a child, I want to give that child my name. I want to have, there's rights that a single man doesn't necessarily have over the child that a married man might have.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So we can sit.
So it's the legalities that are getting you into this compromising situation.
And remember, because marriage also is, tradition kind of entangles with the religion.
Yeah.
So there's also a question of spirituality. If we get married, the kids that we raise are going to be raised based on certain principles, depending on what me and you believe in. If it's a Muslim family, they will raise
principles. But okay, let's pretend like the woman actually has a say. I get when you're married, it's the same as paying damages. When you pay damages, then all of a sudden the child takes the father's surname because one more part of the damages.
Because
that's what I'm saying.
Essentially what it means is you were sleeping with this woman without permission.
And your child then takes
that's what that means. Therefore, this is not your child. The child, if you were sleeping with this woman without permission, had a child out of wedlock, this is different.
Eh, and then wana unka se name ya mang?
Then ko le gale rona re bereka yana. Damage ke sorry. Ga ke fe ngwana se fane ka damage.
Okay.
After 4, then tshwantse ke essentially ke go nyala ngwana, mara there's a term for it. Letlang correct that for my Africa. Ke lebetse man.
Okay, it will come back. Yeah.
Mara, that's what that second payment is for, that to say I acknowledge this child. Well, depending on whether or not you practice, because it's 2017, you know, there's all kinds of beliefs on first time. So that's what that is about.
Yeah.
That is why I would get married.
Yeah.
I'm most likely going to get married. Why I don't want to get married? Life is great as a single man.
Okay, but are you still with the mother of your children?
Not first. I was hella young when I had my first baby.
So wait, I'm very confused. So how will then, so your children, you just confused me totally.
I'm gonna get married because I had the first baby out of wedlock, and I realized how serious that situation is.
No, go nyala ngwana.
Oh, nyala ngwana how? From the first marriage?
It's fine, sir.
Okay, and then, but are you gonna get married to a woman? That's what I wanna know.
Yeah, I'm straight.
Well, obviously, but are you?
I be making babies. Come on.
I feel like when you're trying to just complicate the situation. Do you believe? You said you don't. You said you are feeling like if you had a choice, you would not get married.
Yes.
You're gonna get married because of bana.
Yes.
But you are not with the mother of those children. So what difference does it make?
Okay, like a similar experience situation.
It's similar, Papa.
Okay. You guys call it grade 11.
Yeah, you used to call it standard. Standard 9. From 4.
Come on now. My genes aren't that good. Come on. So yeah, that happened. We were obviously young, so you know, I'm grown now.
So.
Oh, actually, well, let's not talk about that.
Yeah, let's not get
but that's not true.
The feminists will come on you right now.
No, but that's not true.
So where's the baby?
The child, she's with her grams now.
Okay.
She's, well, my old lady.
Okay.
The woman I'm with now has a child.
Okay, and that's not your child?
No, that's not my child.
Biologically?
No, that's not my biological child.
Yeah.
We are planning on a child.
Okay.
But the child has to happen after the
Marriage.
wedding.
Yeah.
Or signing, or, you know.
Yeah.
Why I want it that way? It's because go complicate that life, not just of the adults, but of the kids.
True.
And they don't deserve that, man. They were not there when y'all guys thought you were both sexy. And you know what I mean? They really don't. Like, it gets complicated. That's why I'm gonna get married. But I feel like if you are my woman and I'm your man, you should not be forced by a piece of paper or institution to remain committed to our plans.
That's why I asked
or
what changes that
commitment. You should be here because homeborn or one somebody you can build with, and vice versa.
Yeah.
And it's not always gonna be nice because, you know, when we meet in club, you're flicky and you got all this makeup on, but you wake up in the morning, you're a different person, you have different moods, you have morning breath. Yeah, Beyonce said it too, but I bet Jay-Z got some other stories to tell.
That guy's telling stories because he was hurt.
So that's where I'm coming from.
Yeah. Okay, so basically you are saying that for you, marriage doesn't really change the commitment.
No.
Commitment should be, for you doing it for the purposes of culture and creating an easier transition for a child. Or an easier environment for a child to grow into. Okay.
It stresses the kid out. It's nothing for you.
But it's fine.
It's nothing for you, but for the kid, Trust me, I grew up like that. It's khwatina, man, for lack of a better term.
Now, I'd like to believe that you guys, growing up Christian, you were taught, you knew sex before marriage is wrong.
Yeah.
Right?
You were told.
You were told.
Yeah, you were
read,
just taught sex
but you also
is
read the
wrong.
Bible, Kaloku. Didn't you read your Bible?
We did.
So why you eat the Bible sex before? You didn't read that part, you just went
Bible nights.
over that. Oh, those, hey, you know, let me not say what I was about to say. Okay, so, but did you abide by that rule?
Of course not.
In grade 11 already?
There you go.
Why?
Why? Sex is great. That's I suppose that.
But you didn't know before you started. So clearly you were not scared enough to know, don't even start.
You know what's more scary? What happens when you die, as far as the Bible is concerned.
Yeah.
That's the scariest part.
Yeah.
The sex isn't scary. Because they also tell you, if you sin, just come back and tell God you did it. And
Yeah.
he'll sort you out. You know what I mean?
Forgiving that.
He's a forgiving God, and I don't think people preach that enough. We preach the condemning God too much.
So did you apologize to God after you had sex the first time?
Who said I've had sex? Let's. I didn't say that.
Afterwards, like, easy go back.
Every single time.
You know what?
Preaching that.
My thing is, I feel like it's wrong to have sex before.
Yeah.
But it's late for me. Maybe I might. You know why I feel like it's wrong? Because when you don't bring everything you have. See, when you get married, you commit.
Yeah.
Even if you divorce after that, but you showed intent. You were serious about this thing. No, you know, Long Island disability. That's wrong.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if women should just protect themselves from Long Island disability.
Why should we teach the women to protect themselves and not the men?
Because men will not learn this lesson in the next 100 years.
Not true.
There's no way. Because
So the quicker people to teach are the women.
True.
for us, I think he didn't want to say this, ne? For us, it's pressure from the parents.
Machita.
From Machita. It's like, what? For real?
True.
Yeah.
Because even like, how totally, like we can tell who's lying.
Yeah. Really?
We can tell.
We can tell. So it's for men, it's hard. It's you know, there's people with low self-esteem problems that I know.
Yeah.
Because of, obviously, go high school, like we used to carry around a lot, you know, and then I was the class clown. You know, I'm sorry for that, people, but it had to happen.
Yeah.
So with guys, it's war. You know what I'm saying? That's the pressure. We found it like that.
Yeah.
You know, even when you get into the world and you discover you have a half brother somewhere else that's not here, you see, well, okay, so my dad was doing this.
So, but
So
why-
it's like this is like society has always kind of pushed men into that bracket. Decisions. It's late.
it's never late to stop having sex.
Before how?
Abstain.
When you know what
but
you're
I can now,
abstaining from.
No, but you go to God and you say, listen, God, so this is what has happened. Pressure God to me. You know, the world, the way it's been designed, God to me.
Easier if you don't know.
I've apologized.
What you're abstaining from.
What one? We can't say if you don't know, because I get if you don't know, pressure, you ends up under pressure. So now you know. Now why are you not going on that spiritual journey of saying to God,
No, man, I came back and had more sex.
how
I did. I had a whole spirit. I was in the mountain for some time.
Yeah. But that wasn't for sex though.
Listen, first, personally, I don't think there's anything wrong with two loving people getting together and, you know, pleasuring each other. I think perhaps I wouldn't know where the religious people take it from, or I suppose never without bringing them up in a safe environment, because never itse gore faten sete na le ditsatsatsa yon. But man, have sex, people.
We're gonna go for a quick ad break. When we come back, let's try and maybe find out where this ideal of the Bible saying no sex before marriage comes from. Is it not a thing of, because sex is supposed to be for reproduction purposes, and maybe Tina, in our generations, we've now taken away that reproduction part and we've brought in the pleasure part, and maybe that's why we can't seem to get away from the sex thing. Remember, you can join our conversation using the hashtag Assertiveness. Please don't go anywhere.